Hello, nerds, friends, family, and anybody else that has clicked this video and decided to watch. Welcome back to the Midgard Press, where we are covering the stats of your playable characters within Dragonbane. It's really not that much as far as well, this video won't be that much. I'll say that because we've got this page, that page, this page, that page, this page, that page, and that's it. Because we're going to cover skills in another episode. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6 pages. But within these 6 pages is a lot of information to unpack. So the stats, the breakdown of your character. Yes, it matters your kin, it matters your profession, but here's something that else that matters: your age. This plays a big part for multiple reasons. One of those reasons being, well, we're just going to read it right here. The effects of age. So the next step in choosing your age, many adventurers leave their village at a young age, but sometimes older individuals are forced out to hunt for treasure among the ruins. Age is divided into 3 categories: young, adult, old. You choose your age freely or let the die decide. So again, what have I been talking about so far? Roll tables. What have I been talking about? Come on, tell me. What have I been talking about? Comment down in the comment section. What have I been talking about? This game is made for roll tables. If you don't know what you want to do, roll for it, and the game picks for you. Well, not the game, but the dice giveth, the dice taketh. Older age means that you start the game with lower attributes but higher skill ratings. See the table below. Modifications to the attributes do not stack. Your age in years depends on your kin and has no mechanical significance. It's true. So, young, you get your trained skills, you get 6. Okay, now this is an important thing right here. You get 6 trained skills that must be selected from your profession. The rest may be chosen freely. Now, you remember in the last video we were talking about professions, they were giving the profession-specific skills that you can choose from. That's what it's talking about. Okay, let's go back one page. The thief. Acrobatics, awareness, bluffing, evade, knives, sleight of hand, sneaking, spot hidden. Okay. It's saying that you have when you create your character, 6 of those, 6 of those skills have to be trained. Now, right here in this table, the effects of age, it has a +2, +4, +6. It says the rest may be chosen freely. So the 2, the 4, and the 6, that's basically all the other skills that are available to you. And we're going to go over all of that within another, well, actually, yeah, that's going to be the next episode because skills. And that's where we talk about the skills and, a couple other things. Whoa, where am I going? Where am I going? Okay, sorry. So anyways, young, 6 + 2, so you get a total of 8 trained. 6 has to be from profession, 2 can be chosen freely. But your attributes, and we haven't talked about attribute yet, so we're going to talk about those here in a second. Agility and con +1. Adult, 6 + 4. No modifiers to attributes, none. Old, 6 + 6, so 6 trained, 6 free. Strength, agility, constitution is a -2. Intelligence and willpower plus 1. So what does that mean? What does the attributes even mean? Well, let's talk about it. It says your adventurer has 6 base attributes that indicate your physical and mental capabilities on a scale of 3 to 18. The higher the score, the better. And I tell you what, let's take a pause for a second. Give me 1 second. All right, and we're back. So we're going to, and I should do this continuing on. I should keep an example of the character sheet pulled up. And this way we can give more reference to what we're talking about as we're talking about certain things. So going back to age, right here is where we would select and put young, adult, or old. We're just going to go ahead and select a kin. We're going to go, come on, did anybody see that one coming? Mallard, come on. If you haven't heard me talk about mallards enough, you have now. Profession, we're going to go bard. Why not? We haven't got to weakness yet. We don't even know what that means. What does weakness even mean? I don't know yet. We'll get there. Anyways, let's move on to attribute or name real quick, because that's the next thing over from the age. So once you have chosen your kin and profession, it is time to name your adventurer. Each name has a list of 6 names that are typical for that kin. Choose or roll these names, or make up your own if you prefer. Nicknames. A common custom for adventurers is to take a nickname, often one that says any... Excuse me, my dinner is not agreeing with me right now. Often one that says something about your appearance, your personality, or your personal history. You can choose a nickname at the start of the game or add one later if you prefer. A number of typical nicknames are listed by your profession. So let's just go back to the mallards. And we've got Quaxum, Splats, Mogi, Grady, Lucinda, Haxelwell. Let's go with Quaxum. I like Quaxum. And of course, it's spelled super weird. Love it. Bard. We are the nickname down here. We can roll for it, or we can just pick one that we write or like. Let's see. Odelmaker, Tail Spinner, Silver Voice, Glidenclef. I don't know how to say that. I apologize, Chad. I don't know. Honey Tongue. Ooh, Rhymesmith. I kind of like Honey Tongue. Let's go with Honey Tongue. Now, I wish there were last names, but we're going to be like Shaq or Beyonce or Cher. We're going to be one named. We're going to be Quaxum or Honey Tongue of... So within the game, they present a pre-gen for a mallard. His name is Makander of Half Bay. I like Half Bay, but let's go with something else. I have a green folder right here, so we're going to go with Green Pond. Waxum Honey Tongue of Green Pond. Okay. That's what we're going with, y'all. So that's our name. We've got that taken care of. Oh, did I pick old? Let's go with adult. Let's just go with something easy right now. Adult. So anyways, attributes. So your adventurer has 6 base attributes that indicate your character or your basic strength, mental capabilities on a scale of 3 to 10. Again, we've already talked about this. So this is very reminiscent of other TTRPGs, D&D, Pathfinder. I mean, pretty much most TTRPGs that I can think of, really, for the most part, do a 4d6, remove the worst die. Now, there are other ways to do it. I've seen some really weird stuff. One of my favorites is roll 3d6, and that's it. You just get what you get. If you're playing like a hardcore style and you're just getting what you get, it could be very entertaining because there's been times where I've rolled very well, like a 16 or 15, 16, 17, or sometimes an 18. And I've purposely taken a lower attribute. For example, a 10 or less. I've taken an 8 before. And it just adds spice because why not? You know, every now and then if you have a bad roll, but if you intentionally make one attribute purposely terrible, it can really add some flair to the mechanics of the game. I promise. Just try it sometime. Just try it sometime. But anyways, it says roll a 4d6, remove the worst die, which gives you between a 3 and an 18. Assign a score to an attribute of your choice. So if I roll a 16, I could put it in strength, I could put it in con, I could put it in agility, intelligence, willpower, or charisma. It doesn't matter. Repeat this process 5 more times, so a total of 6, until you have assigned a score to each attribute, and you must assign each score to as you roll them. But once you're done, you may swap 2. Most DMs will allow you to just roll all 6 and then put them where you want. But I do know some GMs, some DMs that are particular, and they will tell you your first roll is for strength, your second roll is for con, the next is for agility, and so on and so forth. It just goes down the line. I do know some that are like that. Again, it just adds a little bit of spice to your character. Just because they can't necessarily do what you want doesn't mean it's a bad thing. You can narratively spin anything in a good way. It just depends on how much you can role play with that character. And that's something that, you need to decide on. How well do you want to role play? Sorry, getting off topic. All right, so we got strength, which is your raw muscle, your constitution, which is your physical fitness and your resilience. Agility is your body control, speed, fine motor skills, intelligence, mental acuity, intellect, and reasoning skills. Willpower, self-discipline and focus, charisma, force of personality, and empathy. So again, you've got 6 attributes like most TTRPGs that you've played. I guarantee it. Now, they might be a little different than what you've played before. If you're familiar with D&D, there's no dex. Same with Pathfinder. I'm blanking on. I'm just blanking on that right now. Doesn't matter. Anyways, it's important to know that, again, 4d6, you've got 6 attributes. Place them where you want. Now, each profession has a specific attribute that it says it should take as a higher number. Because the higher the number, the better for your character. So let's go back to Bard real quick. It says charisma. Now, I wonder why charisma. let's go back. All right, so if we go to charisma, this is your force of personality and empathy. For a bard, of course. Just taking a glance, looking at the skills, charisma, your barding, your bluffing. What do we got? We got performance, persuasion. Those sound pretty important for a bard, just saying. So we're next going to derived ratings. Based on your attributes, you have a number of derived numbers that are used in various ways. Movement. So we've got this rating determines how many meters you can run in a round of combat. It is based on your kin, then on your modified by your agility. So let me go ahead and I'm not gonna do this on screen right now. We are gonna do videos where I'm creating pre-gens with you, but I need to figure out how to angle the camera so that you can see those rolls. So right now, I'm just gonna roll off camera, okay? I apologize. If you all have better ideas on how I can do that, please let me know so you can see it on camera as well. Drop that in the comments, but I'll be right back. All right, I'm back, and I rolled fantastic on one. I got an 18, but on the others, I rolled crap. We got a 7, an 8, 11, 11, and a 13. Pretty basic, which is fine. I will happily take them because I am a firm believer of the dice rolleth, the dice taketh. And that's just how it goes. I really should get a shirt made that says the dice rolleth, the dice taketh, but that's a story for another time. We're going to change my age to young. Now, let's go back to the effects of the age and see what it means. So, young, it means you get 6 trained skills plus 2 that are free. So 6 from the profession of bard, 2 that are not within bard. My age and constitution go up by 1. So, but it says up to a maximum of 18. Okay, cool. So age or agility and con go up 1. Con, already 18. Agility, we're gonna make that a 12 though. So it benefits me just a smidge. In the adult, there is no attribute modifications or modifiers, so we just leave it like that. Now we can go through and do movement. So to calculate your movement, you're going to take your kin, which is a mallard. It's 8 movement. And then we're going to talk about our agility, which is a 12. So agility 1 through 6, agility 7 through 9, agility 13 to 15, agility 16 to 18. So between 10 and 12, it's neutral. It's no plus or minus. So that means it's just 8. So right here on the character sheet, 8. Hey, we're moving and grooving, y'all. Damage bonus. So your damage bonus increases the damage inflicted by your attacks. You have 2 separate damage bonuses, one for strength based and one for agility based. So your weapon skills, these are your skills that are related to damage, and they are either strength or agility. So because my strength is a 7, we come over here, anything below 7 or anything below 12 just gets a dash, which means shit. You get nothing. Now you're probably asking, Jonathan, you said that charisma, if we go back to the bard, the key attribute is charisma, and you are accurate. That is what you want it to be. Me, though, I've played this game. I understand how it works. I want the most in Constitution because this game is deadly. It's deadly. You can ask my players. But they love it. They keep coming back for more. Okay. I have people asking me, like my friend at work, Mr. Eli. He is a dungeon master. He runs D&D 5th edition. He co-hosts the D&D club we have at my school. I work at a school, just so y'all know. And I've run this for him at separate events. He asked me during our spring break not too long ago. He was like, "Hey, can you come run this for me and my friends?" I was like, "Yes." It was a TPK, but it was hilarious. They loved it. They want to play again. Whole nother story. Anyways, back to this. I put the 18 in Constitution, and then I put my second highest, the 13, in Charisma. Okay. So right here where it says hit points, this rating determines how much damage you can take. Your maximum number of HP is equal to your con, but it can be increased by the heroic ability Robust. For more information, see about damage, chapter 4. We're going to cover all of the heroic abilities in another episode. Don't worry about it right now. So at the bottom, okay, at the bottom, we've got 18 for hit points. Now, willpower points. WP. Willpower points are used for magic as well as innate and heroic abilities. Innate means each kin automatically comes with heroic abilities, which are innate to them. Again, we're going to cover those another time. Your maximum number of willpower, or WP, is equal to your willpower, but can be increased by the heroic ability Focused. Again, we'll get to it again later. So 11 for willpower, 11 for willpower. Now we're going to talk a little bit about the skills section and how you calculate what you are getting. All right, so as far as the skills, we're not going to go into the descriptions of what the skills are. We're just going to put the numbers where they're supposed to go. So skills represent knowledge and abilities that you have acquired during or prior to your life as an adventurer. They are important as they determine how effectively you can perform certain actions in the game. There are, excuse me, I'm so sorry. There are 30 core skills in the base game, and they are all described in detail in the next chapter, next episode. Your skills are measured by skill level on a scale of 1 to 18. The higher, the better. So base chance. Every skill is connected to an attribute, which determines the base chance in that skill. This is indicated by the character sheet in chapter 3. The base chance is a free skill level that you get automatically. So it says see the table to the right. So your attribute scores right here. We've got 7, 18, 12, 8, 11, 13. If your attribute's 1 to 5, you get a 3. If it's 6 to 8, you get a 4. If it's 9 to 12, you get a 5. 13 to 15, you get a 6. 16 to 18, you get a 7. Okay? It all makes sense. So let's start off with strength. Attribute score is 7. So it's between 6 and 8. So it's a 4. So let's just go through here and give all the strength a 4. There we go. They have all been given the 4, which is what they are supposed to have. So now let's move on to the next one. We got Constitution. That's an 18. So the attribute skill between 16 and 18, they get a base chance of 7. So let's look at all the things that are con. Now, if you look, there are none that are related to Constitution, because Constitution is only related to one thing, and that is your hit points. And this is also the same for willpower. There's only one thing that willpower does, and it's to give you willpower points. It's just plain and simple. So we're going to go with agility. We got a 12. So we come over here. That is at the top of this tier. So it's a 5. So look at all the skills that have agility, and we're going to give them a 5. All right, did I miss any? No. Okay, cool. So next we have intelligence, 8. So that is also going to get a 4. So intelligence, let's give them 4s. Okay. And then the last one is charisma. And we're going to give that a 6. So charisma is getting a 6. Done. We now have all of our skills numbered accurately. Starting skill levels. In addition to the base chances, you start out with a number of trained skills. Again, that's going to be your 6 plus 2 as a young, 6 plus 4 as an adult, and 6 plus 6 as an old. So that's why it says down here 8, 10, and 12, depending on your age. At the start of the game, your level in a trained skill is equal to twice the base chance. So 6 of your trained skills must be selected from those listed in your profession. The rest, the 2, the 4, or 6, depending on your age, are chosen freely, and you can increase your skill levels during the game. So secondary skills beyond the core skills that are secondary skills, such as the skills of magic. In this base game, you don't get a chance you don't get a base chance in secondary skills, but future expansions and supplements may modify this. So again, this is still the base model of the game. This is the very core of, I guess, essentially the first edition of Dragonbane from Free League. Okay, so secondary skills will become more important in further supplements and further expansions. So let's go ahead, snap back to Bard, and we are going to touch on these 6 skills. We have acrobatics, bluffing, evade, knives, languages, myth and legends, performance, and persuasion. Now, these boxes that are next to your skill level, you do not tick these and leave them ticked. That is during the game, you are to tick them when you roll a dragon or a demon. We'll get in that here in a minute. So I'm going to mark them just so you know which ones I'm going to end up choosing. So we got to pick 6 from this list down here. And I am going with performance persuasion for sure. I'm a bard. I have to. I've got the honey tongue, as one says. We're definitely going with bluffing. Definitely going with evade. So that's 4. I need 2 more. Let's go with knives and acrobatics. So that's 6. And because I'm young, I get how many more? 2. Let's see. The typical gear comes with knives, daggers, knife. Okay, so we're gonna stay with knives. I'll explain that when we get to gear, I promise. Let's go with sleight of hand and sneaking. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go with sleight of hand and sneaking. So these are now doubled. 10, 12, 10, 12, 12, 10, 10, 10. And then I am going to uncheck those. Boom. So there, we've got our skill levels done. Gosh, that was a lot for this episode. Let's go ahead and cut it there. We will continue the next episode with the rest of the skills. So yeah, stay tuned. We will have the next episode tomorrow, and we'll go from there. So do the thing. If you all disagree with the skills that I picked, put down in the comments which ones would you have picked. There's several different things that you could have. I just happened to pick the sneaking and the sleight of hand because I feel like as a bard you should be a little bit. So again, my friends, like, share, comment, subscribe. Make sure you're subscribed. Otherwise, you're not going to see the next video. It will not pop up on your feed. So, as always, nerds, live on and game on.